Hello and welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's a beautiful, sunny, hot summer day, and I opted to deliver this beautiful message to you guys in the house because, guys, it's hot. Ooh, so let's get right into it. You know what, guys? I'm actually, for those who don't know, if you would like to see your girl's beautiful face, I'm actually uploading this particular podcast with me showing my face. Usually it's a picture, but today, we want to do something different, a little spicy, and your girl's feeling good, so why not? So be sure to check out the YouTube channel for this podcast at Elizabeth Magical Garden Podcast. All the information will be down below, guys. So first off, I hope everybody is well. I pray that everybody is cool. For those who live in the northern hemisphere, I pray that you are taking care of yourself and drinking a lot of water. As for me, I legit just finished eating a delicious mango. One of my favorite fruits, especially now that it's in season because it's the summertime. So delicious. So that was a thing. I'm actually going to have some Chinese food after I finish uploading these videos and recording this podcast, because I'm actually trying to batch a couple of podcasts for you guys. This is the time where I usually meet up with family and friends. So, the show must go on. So just making sure to have these uploads up for you guys. So I hope you appreciate that. So guys, lately I have been in such a deep study spiritually. So many shifts, so many turns that has taken place within my life. For those who do not know, and I believe the last time we left off, I did upload a couple of podcasts that was prior to, but to make a long story short, I had injured my back. Yes, I know. I've injured my back, but thank God all is well. I'm much better. I actually started going to physical therapy, which was a game changer for me, got me back. I haven't as yet, although I did get the okay from my physical therapist stating that I can start going back to the gym, but I haven't proceeded to do so yet. No particular reason other than I just been enjoying the beautiful outdoors. For those who live in the northern hemisphere, you already know it gets really, really cold, really, really cold. So for us New Yorkers, we try to be out as much as possible when it is a beautiful day. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing, going out. It felt so good to finally be able to walk Benji again. For those who don't know, that's my teacup Yorkie. It feels so good to be able to do that, because for a long time I wasn't able to take him out due to my back. So that's the gist of that. Be sure to also check out my blog, guys, at Elizabeth Magical Garden. I blog every week, okay? We are getting better with that. I love writing. It's short excerpts of some of the things that I discussed on here and some of the things I don't. So be sure to check that out so you can stay abreast, right? And also, guys, I have been really working on my water intake. Now, I know this is like off cuff, but staying hydrated is one of the key components to staying young. I legit just turned 50. Yay! I just turned 50 last month, and now I will have to say, since I started going to the gym, my water intake, I got to a point where I'm doing much better, but I just kind of like amped up the ante, and it just helps everything. It's just a one-stop shop of really honing your physical and internal health, keeping hydrated, keeping just like really good. It's good for your hair, it's good for your nails, it's good for your skin. Needless to say, is good for your organs, which is a beautiful segue into today's topic. I wanted to discuss, or I want to say, I wanted to rediscuss a topic because I did touch on this beautiful story on my YouTube channel at Elizabeth Magical Garden, shameless plug, about the rainbow. Now, I don't know what the rainbow means to you guys, but as I was growing up, it was just always for me like a beautiful vast of colors, something that you would see in the sky after a beautiful rain shower, right? And I never really thought about the meaning about the rainbow, and I don't know if you guys are privy, so I felt like this would be a really good topic because it goes into so many things. Guys, my walk and journey with God has been somewhat, how can I say, it's just been really such a beautiful journey. And I have always been a believer of God, but as you guys know or don't know, my faith in so many different things has been up and down and all around. And I truly believe that God shows up the way you need to see him. But we're not here to debate on your belief systems or what you believe in. But I know for me, my spiritual journey has been vast, and to have come back in my faith in terms of reading the word, praying the way I have been praying, and realizing where I'm at and in my journey, and how God has been revealing certain things within me and in my spirit. It's just such a beautiful thing. And it just goes to show you that God does not let go of the work that he starts in you. It's to be said that once God starts a good thing, he will always finish it. So it's not about, okay, you started this, you fell off the wagon, or your faith, and you just lost all faith even, and it's like that's the end all to be all. I am a physical um I am a physical experience of how God will continue the good work that he sees fit. Now, going back into this rainbow. So it's to be said that the rainbow is every time you see the rainbow, it is a reminder of the covenant that God has placed within he and us, right? Because in the Bible, it goes into the big flood. You know, Noah had to create this beautiful big boat that was able to house not only him, his wife, his sons, and their wives, but also all livestock, all everything, birds, everything that flew and walked the earth in pairs were sent to this particular ark, right? God had made it in them to where it's like every single animal, everything that like I said, flew on above and walked the earth was sent to the ark. And of course there was a big flood, right? And it's so remarkable, and I just want to like peel back on some of this stuff. Like, first of all, Noah was 600 years old. That's what it states in the Bible when all of this took place. And for him to go, okay, to start to create, this boat was massive. Okay, now we're talking about elephants, kangaroos, what's the giraffes? We're talking about all type of animals that were in pairs that came back to the ark. So you know how big this boat had to be able to house all these things. Can you imagine how people was looking at him? Now, when he started creating this boat, there was no flood, there was no rain, there was nothing. They're looking at him like, okay, this man had lost his everlasting mind. He's over here creating all this boat. He's already up in age, okay? And everybody just thought he was crazy. Everybody thought he was mad until until it happened. You know how that go. But it just stirred something in me, because a lot of times we are prompted to go into a craft, a change our living circumstances, walk away from maybe a business deal. You get where I'm coming from, right? And it may be at the height of your career. You may want to walk away. You may be prompted by God to walk away from something that looks immaculate. How many times you have been in that situation? Now, let me tell you something. I will give you my own testimony. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I did discuss this. If you would like to go all the way back, I think it was episode like my second or third episode or fourth. No, I don't. I know it wasn't past my fourth episode that I disclosed my personal story and how I transitioned and some of the things that I went through that got me here. And on paper, everything looked good. When you looked at me, everything appeared to be well. But in the meantime, I was going through so much turmoil. I was dealing with so much mental anguish that I, at the end of the day, was paralyzed in my mind, so to speak, where I could no longer be there. And I'm going to even go back. That very day, when was my last day, and I didn't know it was going to be my last day, there was something, I swear, as loud as I speak, that I heard inside of me that told me not to go. Now, I'm thinking it's early. You know, we have our days where we don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to start the day. You know, you don't want to do the very task, the daunting task that's waiting for us, right? But I heard it. I chose to press on and go anyway. Well, to make a long story short, I didn't last no more than an hour there. And it just goes to show you, when God has a plan for your life, there is a deadline. You may think when you took that job that you was going to be there maybe until you retired. You may be in a marriage that you thought that you was going to grow old together, and then something happened. Maybe that your spouse walked away. Maybe you walked away. You may have had big dreams and admirations for your children, right? How many times we pay all this money for our kids to go to college just for them to tell us, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the very thing that you spent all this money sending me to. But going back to the rainbow, what it is a covenant. It is a covenant of God's mercy on us. It is a covenant reminding that, number one, he will never flood the earth the way he flooded it before. He will never do that ever again. And a lot of times we find ourselves in these crossroads. We find ourselves in a place of stagnant. And then we forget the promise that God said to us, because it wasn't just about the flood. It was about the mercy and the glory of God within all of us. We are all fruits of his labor. When God created us, he created us in his likeness. He created us to be fruitful. He created us to share and love one another. Not to hurt, not to judge, not to be down on one another, but yet and still, this is part of our nature, right? We all have these moments where we are either doing the thing or receiving the energy. And it can make us feel down on ourselves. Life can actually make you feel like, why go on? Why should I press on? Why should I continue on that dream? Why should I believe in myself? Why should I be part of my family? Why should I do anything that's going to mean me or anybody well because this world sucks. Well, I'm here to tell you from personal experience that that light, because I truly believe each and every one of us hold a shining bright light. We hold that fire. We hold that energy that God had put in us from the time that we was created in his image. It's not to say that that fire does not get dim. It's not to say even like this the fire feels like it's not even burning. But if you take the time to go in your prayer closet and listen to what your God, your love, your passion, this is all the beauty of God. It's God's voice within you. It's the ability to have that fire, that flame that is deep, deep down within to flame and come up. You know, I forgot what cartoon, okay, the 80s cartoon, for those who know, okay, I'm a 70s baby, so you already know about the 80s, all right, shout out, okay. I don't remember what cartoon would say flame on. I don't remember the cartoon, but the word is coming towards me. Flame on. Put your passions forward. Bring back the light. That tunnel that you feel, that lighting, that lighted tunnel that you feel from within is God's mercy, is God's glory, is God's way of keeping you connected with him. You know, as far as we go and we leave and we think that we walk away, and trust me, I would have never thought that I would be here speaking to you guys in this way. But God, it's only God. It's only the love of Christ that I had to reclaim within my life. Now, I didn't have to do anything. God is a gentleman. God is never going to impose his love, the things that he gave you the book, okay, which is the roadmap of life. And I don't know about you guys, but I have walked away from that book plenty of times. Let's not even, excuse me, let's not even sit here and act like your girl, okay? But even with all that being said, even with all the turns that I took in my spiritual journey, I even turned around and proclaimed that I am a pagan, right? I can't say the same anymore because my belief systems had totally changed. But that was where I was in my life. And I don't take any of that to be shameful, to be upset. Because let me tell you something. You know what? When I want, I'm not gonna lie. Because when God has snatched me, okay. When God, I'm actually getting emotional because when this energy, when God has shifted my whole world, you know how, you know, he will shake you from your toes down. I'm like, it reminds me of physical therapy because when the doctor would like work on my back and stuff like that, and then he would literally, I kid you not, take my feet and like literally shake me like I'm a blanket. And I'm saying to myself, okay, you know, but I felt 100% better. There wasn't a time when he worked on my back and twisted me and turned me that I did not feel rejuvenated. I couldn't do it on my own. I couldn't be here on my own. I'm going to tell y'all that. So, with all that being said, I came to my realization when I started reading the word. Because if you really look down to it, listen, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in or whatever the situation. Even when I had walked away from my faith at one point for a while, I always believed in God. I always believed in the Creator. I still believe in the energy of my goddess energy because it saved my life, guys. That energy that I'm realizing it was God showing up the way I needed to hear it. And for those who feel like, nah, it's been a long time. I got into a couple of things. I started dipping and dabbling in this and that, this, that. If you really read the Bible, if you start to read, all of his disciples, they was about that life. There's not one person in the Bible that he worked with wasn't either a thief, a murderer, a liar. Like, there was legit. And what the common denominator is that they submitted to the love of God, of Christ in their lives. He showed up in such a way that it was undeniable, guys. So never think that you have to even sustain. I'm going to go as far, and I'm not God now, but I'm going to go as far as to say that you don't even have to change. It's not for you to change anything. If you just take that one step, that one leap of faith, God will do the rest. I never in a million years thought that I would be here, but here I am. I love my spiritual journey. I give thanks to each and every step because it allowed me to get closer to myself. It allowed me to really horn in and realize the passion and the fire and the love that I had within me. It allowed me to hear God in a way that I never thought that I would be able to hear him. So guys, I really hope that this helped somebody out there. Don't ever think that you have to clean up your act to be loved. All you have to do is take a leap and know when you see that rainbow, it's just a promise that God loves you. Guys, stay in peace, stay in love, and stay in power. Peace. Hey guys, leave a comment, a review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram because what is popping over there. And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.